Hello everybody, SeaSlug here, bringing you guys an update video on the RU tournament that's going on right now on Discord. As you guys can see, we had 17 people enter, and essentially round 2 right now, which is basically the main round because 17 was kind of a weird number, but yeah, round 2 is basically the main round right now, and everybody who is in round 2, if you guys can all get in your battles done by the end of Wednesday and report them to me on Discord. You guys can either just say who won on the tournament chat, but I would also appreciate it if you PM me on Discord and let me know the results that way I don't accidentally skip over the chat on the tournament chat on Discord. So aside from that, everybody has round 2 to get it in by Wednesday. There is also a losers bracket, as you guys can see. Some matches have already been done, and the people who have lost those matches, you guys are not out of the tournament. There is a losers bracket, and you guys can see who you have to fight in losers, but once you lose in losers, you are out of the tournament. The point of the losers bracket is just in case two really good people end up having to play each other before they get to like the top 4 or something along those lines. You guys still have a chance to come back and get into the top 4 or even take the entire tournament. But that's basically the update. Everybody in round 2, please get your matches in by Wednesday and report them in. Aside from that, the other thing I wanted to talk about in this video was what happens if during your match the in-game timer of an hour that Sun and Moon have ends before the match is actually over. And last week a game did end up going that route where the timer ran out, and because I never really made a ruling on that, I decided just the fairest thing would just be to go with what the in-game timer said. But basically I'm updating that, or I'm creating a rule for that, and what I don't want happen is for somebody to create a team that's designed around stalling out the hour timer that the game has and basically taking up all the time each turn to basically stall out the timer. The timer is really stupid. I really wish they would get rid of it. The timer on your moves, I honestly like that, because back in Black and White there was actually a few games where the person rage quit and they literally just left their DS right there, not doing anything, and I couldn't save the match because of that. But in Sun and Moon, turn timer, that's fair, but the hour time limit, that's honestly not enough for how long single battles, 6v6 single battles can last. That's honestly not enough. And I'm kind of rambling right now, but basically what I don't want to happen is to somebody make a team designed around stalling out the timer and taking up all the time. That's what I don't want happening. Also, if somebody was to win because they had their team pretty much finished off the remainder of their opponent's team, but they had less Pokemon, but their opponent ends up just playing out the timer that way, that's a little bit more of a gray area, because I mean, you are having the battle on Wi-Fi, and technically the hour time limit is part of the battle, but at the same time I rather just have it that the person who would have won wins. So if there is a timeout, basically what's going to happen is you and your opponent can decide, okay, this is what would have happened, I had these moves, and you and your opponent can decide who would have actually ended up winning. If that's not the case, redoing the battle is always an option, and if that's also not the case, then that's where I come in, and basically you and your opponent will basically send me, I guess if you guys have the battle code, send me the battle code so I can watch it and basically tell me what was going on during the battle, what sets you had, what moves you had, and I would basically determine who would have won had the timer not run out. So the reason I'm making this rule now is because last time we didn't have a rule like that, so we just had to go with what the game said. But from now on, if there is a timeout, do note that I will ultimately be the one who decides if you and your opponent don't agree to it. So that, you know, like I said, that's basically so, you know, timeouts aren't a legitimate strategy. But yeah, with that, you know, that's gonna do it for me right now. You know, it's too late to join the RU tournament, but if you guys are interested, we will hopefully be doing a tournament every month for hopefully the rest of the year. So yeah, basically just join the Discord in the bottom. That's pretty much it. And everybody in round 2 report the games in by the end of Wednesday, or else I might just end up resorting to, you know, determine who moves on and who doesn't. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this little update here. Trying to keep it short, so, you know, I'm just gonna let you guys go. And yeah, thank you guys for listening, and then later, folks.